Good Wednesday morning to you, Century 21 American Properties. It's Mike from the office. I wanted to share with you a tweet that I pulled up from 2009, and it's from Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey's best known for his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He was a prolific writer, speaker, trainer, consultant, corporate trainer in Fortune 500, Fortune 100. He also had a cadre of people that he trained to train his philosophies as well. I've taken some of his classes. One was the Writing Advantage Workshop, which was about how to do presentations in the corporate environment. Nonetheless, in this tweet, it says, "You can't cram on the farm. The law of the harvest is you reap what you sow." And so this is so applicable to real estate sales. And it goes on to expand on the notion that the next 60 days is critical. These 60 days are the seeds, the watering, the tending to the fertilizer, making sure that the proper aeration's happening in the earth so that you get the sprouts come January. That's the law of the farm. If you don't plant the seeds, you won't get the fruits. So I did a little search on his article and about the law of the harvest, and there were some videos, but I pulled up one that was a financial planner that actually talked about the law of the harvest, and I'll share that with you here. So this was an article that was an adaptation of the law of the harvest, and the person that wrote it put it into a frame that talked about the financial planning process. And basically, there are some headlines there. You plant in good soil. Plants grow best in nutrient-rich soil, not rocky or weedy environments. Finding the right soil in order to grow deep roots. That's critical to the harvest. You reap what you sow. And then it goes on to say, just like farming, financial success requires discipline, hard work, and an ongoing basis. We reap what we sow. You can't plant seeds one day, water whenever you remember, and expect an abundant crop in a few weeks. Same in financial planning, same in sales, in real estate sales. What you don't do today is going to show up in 60 to 90 days. So if you have an expectation of a closing, a check, working with a buyer, working with a listing, if you're not doing that work today, you're not sowing the seed, it's not going to happen in 60 to 90 days. You will harvest what you plant. If you plant corn, you plant corn. If you plant more corn, you'll get more corn. It's the same with if you're not talking to people who have a direct need for real estate services, you're not going to reap real estate closings. Then I like the last paragraph. There are no shortcuts. We all hear about the get-rich-quick schemes, but in truth, there's rarely such a thing as instant wealth. In order to harvest in the fall, and I'm calling fall for us January 2nd, you have to plant today in November 2nd. And then you have to tend to those crops for the next couple months. Otherwise, it's going to be disastrous for us. So that's my law of the harvest, law of the farm, Stephen Covey quote for today. Good. Just saw this video on misrepresentation and being liable for fraud or just negligence in material fact representation for listings and working with clients. I thought I would share this video with you. It comes out from the NAR. I've posted it on Workplace up in our Century 21 group. So I do hope that you'll spend the 4 minutes just to look at this. It's, a lot of times when we go to someone's house, they try to steer us to misrepresent stuff or gloss over things. It is what it is. You have to be transparent. You have to disclose the material facts. I think this video from the NAR will just serve as a gentle reminder of our obligation and how to protect ourselves. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Yesterday I sent out an email about coffee talk with Century 21. I'm hosting just an informal event on Saturday morning at the rear conference room from 10 to 11:15, and this is designed to get people who are interested in not only us as a brokerage, but potentially in the field of real estate sales. It's an informal, impromptu meeting designed to just be coffee and bagels and just kind of roundtable. I threw it out there to y'all. You don't have to attend. I'm just making you aware of it in the event that you perhaps knew someone who had to have interest in joining our office. I would love to meet with them if it's the time. If not, and they just want to look at getting a licensing process going, I'm happy to guide them. So if you know anyone, this Saturday, it'll be at 10 o'clock, run till 11:15. If you've got friends who are in the process of getting licensing, it'd be a good time to meet and greet and just get a tour of the office. So just be aware of that. Thanks. Just wanted to share with you that in the last 3 days, so typically around the first of the month, the last day of the month, and the middle of the month, the 15th, 16th, that's when most of the expired listings show up. And I just did a search for areas around us. I put in a bunch of towns. So in the last 3 days, there have been 45 expired or canceled listings that, who knows what the status is. Just so you know, if you do look at them, you'll click on, say, this one in Norton, 22 Buttonwood Road. No pressure, Michelle Haley. I know this is in your neighborhood, kinda. You click on this guy, and here it is. You click on this little sundial compass, and it still shows expired. So that property is still available. So I wanted to just share with you that. But there were 46 of them, so you can pursue those. If you need help, I'd be happy to help you. I mean, that's almost 50 people that need a real estate agent right now, potentially, if they haven't decided that they're checked out. But now would be a great time to, go to these folks. Maybe, like I said yesterday, you're on the way to the market. You're in Norton. You're driving to whatever. Get chicken wings at the famous chicken place. I don't know what that place is called, but I know there's a chicken wing place my friend tells me about. You're driving there to get the wings, and you decide that 22 Buttonwood is on the way. Bang on the door. I don't know. Leave a business card. Write a note that says, I can get your home sold. Call me. And see what happens. If you do that enough times, I'm sure you'll get something out of it. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. That's what I'm told. I've shown you this before, but 29 Irving Drive, this is Ed's new listing. It's coming on the market probably today. I would guess the pictures are in, so I'm sure he's just waiting to finalize some details before he gets it on. But this is a 1,400 square foot home in a great little neighborhood up there near Maud Terrace off Washington. Looks like it needs a little cosmetics, but perfect for a first-time home buyer. If you know anyone, please do keep it in mind. Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 1, both days. Just wanted to give you an update. At our last sales meeting, and I think the one before, we were having problems with the TV on the wall. And I did tell you that we were going to get a replacement and that I was working on it. No one believed me. However, my friend did come in yesterday, and he hung a 65-inch nice LED. So I'm excited for this. It's a big upgrade. And when we do our next sales meeting or coffee talk with the brokerage or career night on November 15th, which I'll tell you about momentarily, I'm looking forward to being able to use the 65-inch. So just be aware that that did change. And if you're hosting any conferences, meetings, or need access to use it, just visit with me before and I'll show you how to connect your laptop or phone to it. Okay? And then finally, just reminder, doing a career night on November 15th. This starts at 5:45. So this is a little more formal where I do a presentation and we go through some slides and we kind of we have some handouts. Both are designed to get new prospective agents and transferring agents to see us and just be aware of our office. So November 15th, I'll be doing that at 5:45. And just in closing, I'd like to remind you that the 21-day challenge begins today. This is hosted by Century 21 University. Getting back to the law of the harvest and reaping what you sow. This would be a good way to get something in under the wire before the holidays really hit and make sure that you're keeping the momentum going into 2023. So you can find this on C21 University. And as I said, I believe that it's asynchronous and that once you sign up, you go through the process, even though I think it's earmarked from 2 to 3. I'm not sure that's live. Maybe it is. But just sign up. I'm sure they send the recorded sessions, which at least you get that and you can do it on your time. So make it a great day. And if you need anything, I'm around. Talk to you soon.